going on, guys? So today we're doing another budget build. It's right at $600. It's actually $3 over $600. So that extra $3 is going to kill you on a $600 budget build. Get a can, make a sign, go outside your local gas station, ask for spare change for about an hour. You'll get your extra $3. So anyways, like I said, this is a budget gaming PC build. I'm trying to make these cheaper and cheaper and cheaper and still cost effective as the price goes down. So check this one out. $600. Very solid gaming computer. Hope you guys like it. Alright guys, so check it out. First things first is the CPU. It's $234.99 and you can buy it at NCIXUS.com. It's Intel Core i5-6600K, which you can overclock the shit out of this. It's a 64-bit architecture, LGA 1151 socket type, and its base is 3.5 gigahertz and it turbos up to 3.9, but you can overclock it way past that. It has 4 cores of computing power. And it does not have a CPU cooler included in the box, but that's okay because we've included one. Also, another downside, no hyper-threading, but it does have integrated graphics, so startup will be much easier with this. Alright guys, so like I said before, the processor that we picked does not come with the CPU cooler, so we're going to provide one ourselves. It's $24.88. You can find it at OutletPC.com. It's a cool Master Hyper 212 Evo. Very great CPU cooler. It is not liquid cooled, but it is a sleeve bearing type. On the noise scale, it's 9 to 36 decibels depending on how ramped up the fans are. The fan RPMs would go from 600 all the way to 2000, so it's a very solid fan cooler. And the height of this is 6.26 inches or 159 millimeters, so pretty small in size for a CPU cooler that sits on top of your processor such as this. Okay, hold on, wait just a second. I fucked up. I forgot something. Just a minute, hold on. Be right back. Alright, it's all good. I got it figured out. No worries. So anyways, what we got here, $44.98. Find it at Newegg. It's the G.Skill NT series, 8 gigabytes of RAM, 288 pin DIMMs. The speed on this bad boy is DDR4, the 2133 for the speed, 8 gigabytes of one 8 gigabyte stick kit. As you can see, you get $5.62 for each gigabyte that you get. 15 CAS latency, 12 volts for the voltage, no heat spreader, and also no ECC included. Sorry, boys. Okay, so what we have going on here is the motherboard, and it is mad cheap. It's $53.88. You can find it at OutletPC.com. It's Gigabyte GA-H11OM Tech A MicroATX, the most boring motherboard ever. It's a little bitty MicroATX motherboard, like I said, LGA 1151 CPU socket, Intel H110 chipset. It has two 288-pin DIMM memory slots, a DDR4 213 memory types, 32 max RAM. It can only support one graphics card because it only has one PCIe lane. Boring. Alright, so it's time for the all-star of the build. It's a $109.99. You can find it at Newegg.com. It is the EVGA GTX 950 2 gigabyte for the win ACX 2.0 edition. It's a by 16 PCIe Express lane interface. It's got 2 gigabytes of memory, GDDR5 memory type, 1.20 gigahertz core clock. It can be boosted to about 1.4. It's got 90 watts of power draw, 2 fans for the cooling. As you can see, it's 10.12 inches in length, which also is 257 millimeters, and G-Sync is supported. This is a very solid graphics card for the price. I can't lie. Alright, so here's the first spot, and really the only spot that we truly cheaped out in, and it is the storage. It's $49.49. You can get it at Outlet PC. It's a Western Digital Caviar Blue 1 terabyte hard drive. Like I said, 1 terabyte hard drive capacity. It's got a 64 megabyte cache, 7200 RPMs, 3.5 inch form factor, which is pretty standard for all internal hard drives. For every dollar that we spent on this, we got 20.21 gigabytes, which is pretty okay. And the price per gigabyte that we paid is 0.049 cents. So basically 5 cents per gigabyte. Not a bad deal at all. Alright, so moving in, we have the case. It's $25.50, which I think this may be the cheapest case in existence. You can find it at Newegg.com. It's a Rosewill Ranger M mini tower. It's very small, MicroATX mini tower. It's black in color, as you can see, with blue LEDs included, which is just so cool. Power supply is not included. It has two external 5 1/4 bays. It has two internal 3.5 bays for your hard drives, and also I didn't put on here, but it has two internal 2.5-inch drive bays for your SSDs. Like I said, it's MicroATX, Mini ITX compatible, no front panel for USB 3.0 ports. It's a total of 12 inches that you can slap in a video card, and the dimensions are 6.89 inches by 13.86 inches by 13.78 inches. So as you can see, very small case. Alright, so just like I say in every other video, this is the last, but also, my personal opinion, the most important piece of gear in this build, because without it, the bad thing ain't turning on. So what we have here for $59.99, you can get it at Newegg.com. It is a Rosewill 550 watt power supply. It's ATX 12 volt, also works as a EPS 12 volt. As I said before, 550 watts of raw power. There's one top mounted fan, which is pretty standard in this industry. It's 100% fully modular, which, like I said, is one of my favorite things that you can find in a power supply. It's 80 plus gold efficiency certification and up to a 92% efficiency. This thing is awesome and a great way to round out the build. Alright, so there it is. Like I said, just a smidge over $600. Amazing performance out of this here build. I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep beating these prices, going lower and lower and lower, and still giving you games that can run 1080 with crazy frame rates on them. So we'll see how the next one goes. I feel like we can keep this going for a while, but hey, you never know. So we're just going to have to stay tuned and find out. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.